Hi, I'm Richard Holcomb, and welcome to Who Rocks New Mexico. Today, we'll meet Mark Johnson, who's plugging into the sun in a big way with Soluna Solar. We'll see how the New Mexico Sinus Institute is changing the lives of New Mexicans who suffer from sinus issues. Then we'll head north to meet the master of the Taos art community, Charles Collins. If you're starting a small business or you own your own, there's an organization here in town that can really help you achieve success. Let's check out the Albuquerque Hispano Chamber of Commerce.
So as the president and CEO, I oversee the work of the Albuquerque Hispano Chamber of Commerce. I work closely with the board of directors. We're small business advocates, and we also are involved in education, workforce training, and convention and tourism. Even though we're a Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, many of our members are not Hispanic-owned businesses.
Our membership is, I'd say, about 35% non-Hispanic business owners. The Albuquerque Hispano Chamber of Commerce encourages all business owners to join the chamber. We definitely want to help all business owners here in the community grow.
The chamber has become like a family. There are such wonderful people to work with that they're always looking for opportunities for business people to get our name out.
We get a lot of referrals from the chamber. A lot of business people call us up for a line of credit, a small business loan. We do 2 or 3 business startups a month, and a couple of those come from the Hispano Chamber.
Although we started out as small business advocates 40 years ago, somewhere along the way, 6 or 7 years into that, somebody decided that we needed to be part of education.
We are very committed to education in New Mexico, particularly here in Albuquerque. We raise money and award high school seniors, very deserving high school seniors, scholarships every year. We've raised close to $1.7 million in scholarships over the past 37 years.
So I've been teaching classes on Microsoft Office, not only to members of the Hispano Chamber of Commerce, but also members of the community. The ultimate goal is to get people more aware of how technology works and to accept it more into their lifestyle, really to prepare them to go out and look for employment, or to possibly have them upgrade their skills to possibly move up in their current job. I'm also involved with the Comcast Digital Connectors programs. We go out to a local high school here and we teach a class on called IT Essentials. We're preparing these kids for the future. I mean, these kids are the future leaders, and with technology the way that it's advanced here in the last 5 years, we really try to have to play catch up to keep them involved with it so that we become the front runners in education and technology like we used to be years ago.
The scholarships that they provide for the young kids and everything else they do, the training for employees of companies that need computer training, that need office skills, those kinds of things. The Chamber's been a great resource for a lot of my customers, and it's been fun to introduce my customers to the Chamber.
I oversee the Convention and Tourism Department. Our main job is to bring in conventions and tourism to the city of Albuquerque. The fantastic thing about working here at the Hispano Chamber is that we have this culture and heritage that not only the Hispano Chamber has been built on, but much of the same idealisms that the city's been built on. And so we really do utilize that to go out to reach other conventions that maybe are going to other cities and don't really understand what Albuquerque has to offer. We reach out to them, we bring them back to the city, we show them what we can do for them and how hospitable our city really is.
The Albuquerque Hispano Chamber of Commerce is very proud of what we've accomplished in the community, and we're very proud to say that we provide resources and tools for small businesses and individuals to succeed.
The feeling that I get of giving back, it's important to me to work somewhere that I feel like what we do makes a difference, and I see that all the time here at the Chamber.
It takes all of us to really work for this Chamber, and really on behalf of education, on behalf of small business, and trying to, at the end of the day, give back to the community and create a better place for all of us.
A lot of places rock our state too. Here's another Travel Guide New Mexico moment. At the top of everybody's list when they come to Carlsbad is, of course, Carlsbad Caverns, and the only place in New Mexico that you can have lunch 752 feet below ground.
Hi, I'm Paula Bauer, Management Assistant at Carlsbad Caverns National Park. Welcome. We are glad to have you here. And this here is the natural entrance of Carlsbad Cavern. And this entrance has about 500,000 bats that fly out every summer night. And in the early 1900s, there was guano mining done here. And you know what guano mining is, right? Great fertilizer. Now, guano mining occurred for about 20 years, and then in 1923, this became a national monument under the name of Carlsbad Cave National Monument. It became Carlsbad Caverns National Park in 1930. While we're down in the cave, one thing that'll really amaze you is the immensity of it. It is a huge space, and it's like a hidden treasure down here. You walk around out here and you see all this desert cactus and everything, and it's hard to imagine these giant caves are in there. Huge holes in the ground, but very decorated. Of course, you have stalactites and stalagmites, beautiful draperies, and all kinds of wonders of nature right down here beneath our feet. The stalactites you can remember because they cling tightly to the ceiling, and stalagmites might one day reach the ceiling. In the cave, there are a few different places to go. There are a few different routes, and one of them is the natural entrance route, and you wind your way down a paved trail past Devil's Spring and the Devil's Armchair and the Witch's Finger until you get to the King's Palace area, which is a guided tour of the cave. The King's Palace are smaller rooms, but very decorated. It has the King's Palace, the Papoose Room, the Queen's Chamber, and the Green Lake Room on that guided tour. You can also go into the big room, which has ceilings of 220 feet and formations like the stalagmite, the giant dome, which is 60 feet high, and things hanging from the ceiling that might surprise you, like a lion's tail, which is a stalactite with a ball of popcorn on the end, or cave popcorn as it's called, that gives it kind of a look of a lion's tail. You know, people walking through the cave might be surprised at how big it is, but did you know it was getting smaller? It's filling in, very slowly, drip by drip. Water from the surface comes down through the rock, carrying a little bit of mineral called calcite, and over time that calcite builds up. Slow-moving drops dangle on the ceiling, leaving the mineral behind to lengthen those stalactites out. Faster-moving drops fall to the ground, and the calcite then builds up, making taller stalagmites. If you've visited Carlsbad Caverns in the past, you've probably been to the visitor center, but you won't recognize it if you haven't been here in the last year. In last fall of 2008, we dedicated our new visitor center, and it's been totally redesigned, and the layout is very different. You walk in, you can get information, your tickets, and head down into the cave. That all is the same. But we do have an art exhibit that we didn't have before. And the main feature of that are real prints made by Ansel Adams, who was here visiting in the cave in the early 1930s. There are a lot of things to do here at Carlsbad Caverns. In addition to seeing the cave, you can see the cave self-guided as you walk through on your own, or carry an audio guide and hear about the different geology, history, things like that. But there are also guided tours. The guided tours can include crawling tours if you want to get down and dirty and put that hard hat on and squirm through the rocks, or lantern tours where you can walk around with just candle lanterns, much like Jim White did in the early exploration of the cave. When visiting Carlsbad Caverns, there are a couple different ways you can go in. One is this natural entrance right behind me. You can walk down this route. It takes about an hour, it's about a mile, and you go down 800 feet, which is like descending 80 stories, and come up 40 to level out at the big room level. Now you can get directly to the big room also if you take the elevator. That's just a 1-minute ride. Now the elevator will take you directly to the underground rest area. From there you go around the big room. The big room route will take about an hour, hour and a half, and it's about a mile also. But you set that pace. Again, it's self-guided, so you can go as fast or as slow as you like. You're welcome to take photos as you go through the cave, but we ask that you only have water with you, no other food, drink, tobacco, and that you not touch the cave because it is a fragile area. Certainly walk along the trails, hold on to the handrails, but capture it just in your memories and in your photographs.
Well, this was my first trip to Carlsbad Caverns, and I can promise you it won't be my last. And I now understand why it's on the top of everybody's list when they come to visit Carlsbad. Coming up, the Charles Collins Art Gallery.
It feels so true. When I'm with you, I'm free.
Hi, I'm Michael Newman, the host of New Mexico True Television, a brand new show coming up right after Who Rocks New Mexico. New Mexico True Television will show you our great state as you've never seen it before. And we'll provide you with travel tips to make it easy for you to plan your next New Mexico True staycation. So stay right here, enjoy Who Rocks New Mexico, and stay with us at 8:30 for the new weekly New Mexico True Television show. I'll see you in just a few minutes.
Hi, I'm Doug Wilson with American Tire and Service. Did you know any independent, reputable automotive repair center can provide factory scheduled maintenance under your new vehicle warranty? It's true, you don't need to go to the dealer. You know us, you trust us. So check your owner's manual for scheduled maintenance and let your guys at American Tire do the rest. Engine maintenance, transmission, tire rotation, any scheduled maintenance. American Tire and Service, your guys for all your vehicle maintenance and repairs. See us today.
Hi, I just saw Robert Wagner on television reading a script about reverse mortgages. You know, Robert doesn't know anything about reverse mortgages, but I do. Every month at Frost Mortgage, we loan hundreds of thousands of dollars to seniors to eliminate their mortgage payments for the rest of their lives. How much better would your life be if you didn't have a mortgage payment to make next month? If you're 62 or older, give us a call and we'll show you how this wonderful mortgage program works.
He's a sculptor, painter, and some say even a mystic. You be the judge. Meet Charles Collins, a Taos art master. Charles Collins is the most awarded artist in the history of the Taos Fall Arts Festival. His works were selected for a prestigious showing at the New Mexico Governor's Gallery, where former Governor Gary Johnson proclaimed a Charles Collins Day throughout New Mexico in his honor. He has been officially claimed a Taos Master by the Millicent Rogers Museum and was selected as the inaugural artist by Arlo Guthrie for the Guthrie Center in Massachusetts.
I was a little kid and I knew that I was going to be an artist. My mother was an artist and it just seemed to be the right thing to do. My art conveys the interconnectedness of all life on the planet, and I feel as though that's the whole point of my art, is the interconnectedness of all life and all beauty and all the cultures. I moved here in 1976 and was attracted to Taos because it was an art colony and because there was a pottery here for sale. And I was a potter at the time and a painter. Sculpture is a very demanding medium, and so is painting, but physically the sculpture sometimes really is very difficult to work in, but you push through and create something that's never been created before. One of my favorite pieces is this bronze sculpture of Lincoln, the mastermind piece, and it represents, of course, how he united the whole country, and he had this unshakable vision, and it's about how we all fit together as Americans. This is a wax for my newest piece that hasn't even gone into bronze yet, and it's the face of William Shakespeare, and it's about the mastermind of literature. And I've chosen his play Julius Caesar to represent his mastermind. This is Caesar, and he has the traditional sword of Rome, and the helmet is the traditional helmet, and on his back is the coat of arms for William Shakespeare that he designed himself. In the center of the shield diagonally is a jousting lance with a pen quill on the tip, and on the top is an eagle holding the jousting lance with the pen quill. And then this is Mark Antony, who was also Cleopatra's husband. And on his back is the cartouche for Cleopatra and the Egyptian symbols. And then the center figure is Cleopatra herself, with the crown of Isis and the cobras that represent Upper and Lower Egypt. The Christ sculpture is, of course, about the mastermind of Christianity. And it was actually the whole concept for the mastermind collection, the paintings and everything. When he said, "Where two or more are gathered in my name, there am I in their midst also." And that's what that sculpture group is about. There's Simon Peter, who's carrying a basket full of fish, and there's John, who's carrying a basket full of bread, and then of course Mother Mary in prayer for humanity. Well, I think everything comes in layers. It's like the sun rises and the light becomes brighter and brighter and brighter. And through different shadows and filters, you begin to see different images. And the light becomes to a certain place, and it's like, that's it. It is again about the power of love, because art creates something different, and if it's done in the right way, the vibration of the art is like having a presence in your house or in your room. And it's such a wonderful thing. It's to bring joy. And that's what my gallery is about too, is to bring joy to people who come in and to share it with them.
Up next, we'll see how the New Mexico Sinus Institute is changing the lives of New Mexicans who suffer from sinus issues.
Need office space? 3791 Southern Boulevard in Rio Rancho represents an outstanding value in office space in the heart of Rio Rancho's business district. With clean and versatile space available, 3791 Southern Boulevard is a two-story office building and offers good visibility with signage opportunities for tenants. There's only one suite of up to 2,700 square feet still available, so act now. For more information, call David at 505-259-3706.
We'd like to invite you to First Tuesdays, a networking event created specifically for business owners and executives.
Giving you the opportunity to interact on a personal level with business people just like you.
Mark your calendar for every first Tuesday in 2014.
4:30 to 6:30 at Hotel Albuquerque's Q Bar for free hors d'oeuvres, happy hour cash bar,
and networking with fellow business owners and executives.
It's new, it's social, it's your opportunity to make new connections, build relationships, and share new ideas with your peers.
No pressure, no speakers, no roster, and no rules.
And name tags with first names only, so the focus is on you rather than your company.
It's First Tuesdays for business owners and executives, 4:30 to 6:30 at Hotel Albuquerque's Q Bar.
To register, visit firsttuesdaysabq.com. Be there!
What every child deserves.
To be safe in our home.
Food and clothes.
Not to be hurt.
A good education.
To grow up with our brothers and sisters. To be loved, valued, and respected.
El Ranchito is a loving and stable children's home where brothers and sisters can live together as they grow into adulthood or until they can be reunited with their families. With your help, El Ranchito de los Niños will continue its mission for years to come. Learn how you can help. Call us today.
The New Mexico Sinus Institute is changing the lives of New Mexicans who suffer from sinus issues.
Dr. Ian Alexander and the New Mexico Sinus Institute are changing the quality of life for thousands of New Mexicans, and they can change your life too. Dr. Ian Alexander is one of the nation's top sinus surgeons and a leading authority on balloon sinus dilation.
This has taken a surgery which used to take 1 to 2 hours and have lots of packing in the nose and lots of blood loss, and nobody wanted to do it. So where we can now do it as an office procedure, which takes about 20 minutes. I have people who come in after work, have the procedure and go home, and then they're back to work the next day. You know, we essentially cut the cost in half, which means it's better for healthcare, it's better for you because you pay less money, and because we're not using the anesthesia that they would use in the operating room, really your recovery is much, much quicker. In medical school, I had a mentor who really kind of took me under his wing, and he showed me all the things in ENT, and it had all the things I enjoyed. It was surgery, it was dealing with pediatric patients. Sinus surgery, which is one of my passions, is very technical, lots of computers and devices and balloons. It's just cutting edge technology. So I just was very inspired by the whole variety that was in the field.
The New Mexico Sinus Institute has expanded to 5 clinics throughout the state: Rio Rancho, Los Alamos, Taos, Roswell, and Hobbs, bringing ear, nose, and throat care directly to patients. For more information or to schedule an appointment, call 1-855-81-SINUS.
Up next, using solar power is less expensive than ever.
Hi, I'm Doug Wilson, the owner of American Tire and Service. Do you know what makes a great mechanic? Training is mighty important. Certification? You bet. But do you know what really makes a great mechanic? Heart. It's a passion that drives the mechanic to do the right thing every time. We've been helping people like you for over 25 years. We're locally owned and proud to serve you.
American Tire and Service on Highway 528 between Southern and Northern. The only guys for you.
What you don't need when it's time to close your mortgage is a nameless, faceless voice at the other end of a 1-800 number. What you do need is a licensed local loan officer who will attend your closing, sit with you, and answer every one of the questions that you will surely have as you read and sign over 57 legal documents. At Frost Mortgage, we're licensed, we're professional, and we're local. We don't just close loans, we open doors.
It feels so true. When I'm with you, I'm free.
Hi, I'm Michael Newman, the host of New Mexico True Television, a brand new show coming up right after Who Rocks New Mexico. New Mexico True Television will show you our great state as you've never seen it before. And we'll provide you with travel tips to make it easy for you to plan your next New Mexico True staycation. So stay right here, enjoy Who Rocks New Mexico, and stay with us at 8:30 for the new weekly New Mexico True Television show. I'll see you in just a few minutes.
Solar power is a perfect solution for today's energy demands, and there's a solar company in Dixon, New Mexico that's plugging into the sun in a big way.
Soluna Solar in Los Ebanistas is located in Dixon, New Mexico in the Embudo Valley. This area is rich with history. Having our business here is a wonderful aspect because we do give that feel of we're a hometown place. You're going to know us by name. We're always going to be there for you, and we're here to stay.
Soluna Solar is a division of Los Ebanistas Incorporated, which is our construction business. We spun off Soluna Solar doing solar thermal heating systems for the homes that we're building and some retrofits. The project that we're at today is a system that we originally put in about 4 years ago and added onto it just this year. And it offsets the natural gas bill by about 90%. We have it hooked into a backup heating system run by natural gas, but it has cut the energy production by 90%.
The house was an existing home that we bought maybe 5-6 years ago that Mark Johnson had built originally. And after we were in it for a while, I told Mark I wanted to see if we could do thermal solar. I think in a part of the country like this where we've got just abundant sunshine, to take advantage of that resource is a good thing. We can run the whole house on solar, both hot water and thermal heat.
Soluna Solar is one of the few companies, and really the only one in the north, that we offer both solar thermal and hot water heat for houses and photovoltaic for grid-tied electrical systems.
What's neat about solar right now is that we believe that in about 3 to 5 years you'll be able to power your home from your roof or on your property cheaper than what you can buy energy from the local utility, which is very exciting and a new thing that we're trying to talk to our clients about and let them realize that solar technology is here, and why not put the sun to use?
It's time to dispel the myth that solar is too expensive. In just the last few years, solar costs have dropped about 2/3, making a residential system an 8 or 9 year payback and a business system 5 or 6 year payback. And then for the next 25 or 30 years after that, you'll have free electricity.
Behind us is one of our commercial jobs. This is Taos Charter School. It consists of 420 modules, and it's the community solar project. It's the first of its kind in New Mexico. The cool thing about this community solar project is that members of the Kit Carson utility will be able to purchase 1, 2, 3, however modules they desire in order to offset their bill at home. So what this system is doing, it's making energy here, even though it's not tied directly to your home, it's still offsetting your bill. For whatever energy it's making here at this location, you're able to apply that to your utility bill.
A good reason to, the reason to pick Soluna Solar is because of our varied abilities in the construction business and in solar, thermal, and our renewable energy, our plumbing and electrical expertise. And you want to hire a company like us who has all of those talents in-house. To put it all in a nutshell, to go solar, you save money, it helps your pocketbook. Even better than that, you're doing something for the environment, you're doing something for your kids in the future, for your children and your children's children. And that's a really good reason to go solar.
There are many dentists around New Mexico, many of whom offer similar services. So what makes Dr. Greg Lepore of Smiles by Design so different? Well, you're about to see.
There's a lot of good dentists here in Albuquerque. We're lucky. And I would say the reason that I would choose Smiles by Design would be their pursuit for excellence. That we, at every moment, we're not perfect, but we strive for that perfection. We work every day as a team so people have a pleasant experience. That's my goal for each person to come in here, that they have a wonderful experience and that they feel good about where they've been and that they want to pass that on to other people. We are a locally owned business. My wife Paige and I own the business. We're not franchised. We care a lot about what goes on here. We take personal, obviously responsibility like you would anything else that you own.
I came to Dr. Lepore about a year ago. I needed some actually extensive dental work done. Was real nervous coming here, but after I met him, after I met the staff, it was a wonderful experience. I was amazed by how beautiful the office looked. The girls here are amazing. Dr. Lepore is amazing, and it's just now I look forward to coming to a dentist. If you're considering getting dental work done, there's no better place than here. You will not get treated the same anywhere else, I guarantee you that. It's a blessing and privilege, and I'm really, really happy to be here.
That's all the time we have this week on Who Rocks New Mexico. I hope you enjoyed the show as much as I enjoyed bringing it to you. And when you're out and about this week, if you see our men and women in uniform, stop them and be sure and thank them for their service. If you'd like more information on the folks you saw on today's show, check us out on the web at whorocksnm.com. Have a great week, everybody. We'll see you next week.